welcome to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
I am Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make project bags for creative people. All kinds of bags, actually. I have a great big zit on my face.
What's this?
I colored it in like a French mole, like the French courtesans. I'm like, if I'm gonna have a great big red splotch there, I might as well have a mole. So I now have a mole. I just added one in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm breaking out for the first time in like 30 plus years, which is fun because I'm thinking it's stress. I'm not sure.
You have nothing to be stressed about?
Nothing at all. All right, we have a lot going on.
Did you say where you can find us? No.
You can find us all over as Toad Hollow NJ. Our website is toadhollowNJ.com. You can find us on Ravelry and Ravelry, we are the Crafty Toads. On Instagram and Pinterest and Facebook, we are Toad Hollow NJ, and then we have a special group on Facebook called the Crafty Toads. It's actually called Crafting with the Toads, but the URL is facebook.com/thecraftytoads, and you can come show us all your works there because people are putting up things that they're making and they're beautiful, and we want to just, stop working and make everything.
Yeah. And it's Toad Hollow, N as in Nancy, J as in Jersey.
Oh yeah, because somebody said that left us comments and thought that we were saying Toad Hollow and J, and they were wondering who J was. Hi Tab, this is Tabitha. No, it's Toad Hollow, N for new, J for Jersey.
And Hollow, Hollow.
Hi. So I put Burt's Bees on my lips. It smells like mint, so now Tabitha's my friend.
Also, she's just crazy.
Yes. All right. Well, welcome to our episode, YouTube. This is episode 106, I think, right? Yes, 106. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's 106. This is going to be a knitting podcast. I think going forward, we're gonna kind of blend everything together because we're working on all these different kinds of things. So we're gonna be kind of mixing and matching everything together. But
yeah, I think we're gonna stop with the floss tube. We're just gonna. If we do a weekly thing, it's kind of hard to...
This is what we're doing on all the different levels.
Especially recently with our schedule. So.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Not a lot of knitting to show. A lot of projects with very little
progress. So we should probably mention that today is Wednesday, and Rhinebeck's coming up this weekend.
We're so excited.
We're really excited. Friday, we are doing the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar at the Parish Hall in Rhinebeck, New York. It is from 2 to 6 p.m. and we will be there selling our stuff. We have our New York bags, which I didn't bring to show, but we have our new fabric for the Opera Saturday bags. We have flannel bags. We have so much freaking
if you've been following us on Instagram, we've been doing daily stories to give a quick preview of what we're bringing with us. The Opera Saturday bag is up for pre-orders. And everything else will hit the shop. We're going to have a massive shop update like the second week of November.
Right.
Because we have the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar this week. And then we get back from Rhinebeck for 24 hours and then we head to North Carolina for SAF. And then the weekend afterwards, we're going to a cross-stitching retreat, which we're so excited about. So after that, anything that's left from the shows, because then we're done pretty much. We have a trunk show in November at CC's Wool, but then our big shows are done until the spring.
So flannel bags. A lot of people have shown interest on the flannel bags. If you don't get one at Rhinebeck or if you don't get one at SAF, we have a stack like this big of flannel that we are going to be making into the bags, and we are going to be putting them into the shop. We just haven't had a chance to get to them yet. So we are going to be continuing to do that through the fall and into the early part of the winter so that if you don't get one at Rhinebeck, you will be able to get one.
Rhinebeck and SAF is just like a very basic introduction of the flannel bag. And then November, it's just going to be...
Right. So we're going to be making them and putting them up.
Of flannel.
So if you're not going to Rhinebeck, but you're going to CC's, chances are pretty good you may see some flannel bags there.
And hopefully... bigger selection.
Yeah.
So
All right, so that is what is coming up. We are picking up the car today. Actually, we are going to finish filming this and pick up the car. This is probably going up tomorrow because we're trying to get them up on Thursday on a regular basis. So while you're watching this, we are actually going to be en route to Rhinebeck because we are going up tomorrow. Quick stop in Montclair to see my mom and then heading on up, and we've rented a house for the weekend. So we will be staying there. It's about 25 minutes outside of Rhinebeck, and it looks gorgeous.
oh, I'm so excited.
Huh?
So I am so excited
Yes.
for the festival.
Yeah, because we're going to do the show on Friday, and then we get to just be
Festival.
festival.
goers.
And I mean, when was the last time you and I actually walked around a yarn
Right.
festival together?
Together.
So
Rhinebeck 2 years ago.
yeah, we're so excited to do this. So we're going to be wandering around Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you see us, come say hi.
Yeah, we will be wearing our hats, and yeah,
Yeah,
So
definitely
come say
come
hello.
say hello.
I'm not sure. I don't know whether we'll make the podcaster meetup because I'm not sure what time we're getting there Saturday.
Right. We're kind of taking it easy.
Yeah.
But-
Once we get through Friday,
I said to Helen, because we still have
our
so
living
much
room
yarn.
is just bags and bags and bags of yarn. It's not labeled yet.
Most of it is twisted,
Right.
and most of it has the yarn band on it. We just need to print out the labels and put the
colors.
names and that kind of thing on them. But that just still has to be done. There's still 2 huge bags that still have to be twisted and everything. So that still has to be done, and
The kits all have to be put together.
the kids, we have so much to do. But as of tomorrow at like 10 o'clock, there is nothing else we can do.
Right.
So that then we get to just start relaxing and
So
enjoying
once
the
we
weekend.
get in the car, we're both going to pass out. And we're not going to get anywhere. We'll wake up in the driveway on Monday like, oh, cool.
Well, that was fun. No, we're both so excited about going to Rhinebeck. So this is going to be our 3rd time. You'd think it was our first time, but this is going to be our
Yeah,
3rd
but we
time.
get the whole weekend.
Yes.
Every other time we've gone, we've had to rush.
Right.
And
And can I tell you one of the things I'm most excited about are the burgers in Rhinebeck that Cocktail or
Oh.
the Coop keep talking about.
Okay.
So I'm getting those burgers. That's my dinner Friday night.
But yeah, no, I mean, we get to take our time and we can wander and, hi, Paige.
Spike is here.
Spike would like you to come visit him this weekend.
For those of you that are new to the podcast, welcome, A. And B, we have 2 dogs, Spike and Drusilla. You may see us, turning to look behind us or petting somebody to keep them from barking. We try and keep the barking to a minimum.
We also have 2 cats. We have Tabitha, who just showed up, and Dudley, who may or may not make an appearance. He's been given his treats, so he's fine.
Right.
However, my dog, Spike, is a teenager, and he burps. It's his way of showing affection to us. And we have a thing going with Paige the Framer. If you go look at her podcast on Paige the Framer on YouTube, she says hi back to Spike sometimes. So she said one time that when Spike burps, it's his way of saying hi to her. So
We've carried this through.
anytime
and he does
we
pretty
say
much
hi,
every single
Paige, is
episode.
because Spike has belched, whether you can hear it or not.
Should we get off the, bodily
burping
functions and talk about some knitting?
Sure.
All right, very quickly, before we do that, we have
we have
just
a
a couple
giveaway.
of things. All right, so we have a giveaway. We got our September knit crate, and we did, we picked a winner. You had to go to our Crafty Toads page on Ravelry and leave a comment as to which was your favorite weight of yarn. And would you like to show the ladies what they won?
Hello. I actually think this is probably August knit crate
Maybe.
because we
Because
have
I thought that was October and then November.
no, because November's going to come in November.
Okay. But there's so much.
So
Anyway, this is one of them.
this is what's going out.
All right.
So this was won by
Crafty Aunt Bobby on Ravelry, she says she likes worsted because it's what she learned to knit with. But she is also starting to love fingering and DK.
I believe it's worsted.
Is it worsted? I kind of thought it was DK. Worsted. All right, so you're getting worsted. There you go. Crafty Aunt Bobby, you are getting that. All right, so now this time we have...
So Crafty Aunt Bobby, please get in touch with one of us on Ravelry with your address, and we will ship it right out to you. And the prize winner from last week has still not gotten in touch with us, so if you haven't seen last week's episode, go check it out. I would tell you who it was, but I don't remember.
Oh, and I deleted it, so I don't know. But
So if we don't hear back from them by next week, we will pick another winner.
okay. All right, then we got another knit crate in the mail. This one is 2 skeins of DK weight, 85% merino wool, 15% silk. The colorway is Beauty Berry.
So it's this lovely deep purple. It's a soft, squishy yarn. You can kind of see the sheen of the silk.
And as always, you get the Knitspirations, which is a book full of projects to do. They give you all sorts of patterns in there. So you get 2 skeins of the wool plus the book. And
so
then
one person's going to win that. And then for October, they sent us 2 crates to give away.
So we got 2 of these. These are Broken Stones. It's 100% fine Peruvian wool in sport weight. However, it looks like it's chain plied.
I was going to say, it's really, I would have sworn it was chunky or worsted.
So, and you get your book of Knitspirations. And with this one, you get a Progress Keeper 2. And for some reason, they sent me 2. So we have 2 of them to give away. All right. So
That's actually a pretty show.
here is your question for the day. We will set up a page on Ravelry. If you could please just go leave your answer there, because that's where we're going to pick the prize winner from. And what is your favorite fairy tale? Okay, that is the question. So tell us what your favorite fairy tale is from when you were growing up or even now, because I love reading retellings of fairy tales. Just go to Ravelry. It will be Knit Crate giveaway for episode 105 or whatever. And
yeah, I mean, it'll be Knit Crate giveaway because I've locked the other one. So.
okay, so and it'll be right up at the top. Just tell us what your favorite fairy tale is. Okay, all right. That is that. All right, so then we had a couple of comments. All right, from our last episode, we were trying to get our steps in, and Helen sped it up, and we look like chipmunks. So somebody said, have you thought about strapping the Fitbit to one of the dogs? I think that's hysterical. That made me laugh out loud. And then I wanted to strap it to Tabitha. But then I think, if you know how sometimes they map your runs? If I strapped it to Tabitha, it would just be...
It would just be a squiggle. And then if we strapped it to Spike, it would be very sedentary.
Yeah.
Spike does not move.
He's really very happy. But you see him roll over every time. Debbie Handy left us a comment and said, because we said we're going down to SAF, she said, not sure what part of North Carolina you will be in, but you need to check out Sassy Jack's just outside of Asheville. Beautiful country, amazing shop.
And the good news is that Fletcher is just outside of Asheville, and it's about half an hour from Sassy Jack's. And we have a space of time on Thursday because we set up on Thursday, and the festival is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we would never make it. But and we're leaving very early Monday morning, if not Sunday night. So, but we have a space of time on Thursday after we set up, and it'll be our impetus to get set up quickly so we can go. So thank you very much for the recommendation. We're really looking forward to it.
We are planning it. And we have been to Asheville before. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, if we...
Haven't been in about 20 years.
I was going to say, but if we could, I would have taken the extra days and done the Biltmore again.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love that. Okay. Sherry Fisher, we were talking about my autumn stitching that I was doing, and she said if you don't like to do French knots, you could use beads. I thought that was a brilliant idea, and I'm going to be looking for teeny tiny little brown beads to use for that, because I love that idea.
Rhinebeck.
Yeah. And Cheryl She says she's trying to make it to plans to go to Rhinebeck Shell. If you do, please get in touch with us. We'll meet up there. And she says that the Amish people have nice yard sales on Fridays if you go off the main roads in Lancaster. So if anybody is in that area, or if you're traveling through on a Friday and you like yard sales, because who doesn't like a yard sale, you know, go find them, because that would be a cool thing to do. And I think we should try and do that sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe just make a day trip of it. You know, it's going to be a long drive there and back, but just go visit some yard sales. That would be
We'll go
kind of
stay
cool.
in our favorite house.
We could always do that, because you know I am always down for staying in my favorite house. It's a house in Lancaster that's an 1860s farmhouse, and we love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Are you
Okay.
ready? I think we're ready to
I'm
move
trying
on.
to think if there was other.
Should we do
admin stuff?
our the sample that came in,
Yeah.
and then we can do those as
Okay.
well?
Let me-
Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, we have the other. Did they both fall?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We had some people do some sample knits for us, and Jessica just finished this and sent it back to us. This
So gorgeous.
is the Slice Shawl. This is by Tin Can Knits. And
We have this in the pattern in a hard copy that we sell at our booth. So
We are
have the
bringing
sample.
this with us, and we are going to have this kitted up.
This is an intermediate knit, but got a love it,
beautiful.
and I'm going to be wearing it on Friday.
All right, so this is the Circus Only Comes at Night. That's the black, our old standard Mr. Carrisford. And this is an example of our new Rhinebeck color.
Yep. So this is Two Roads. This will be debuting at Rhinebeck. And I believe we are showing them the wrong side.
Are we? Oh, look at that. Okay.
Look how beautiful it is on the right side.
Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just stunning. All right, so thank you so much, Jessica. And
Yes.
not only did she send us that, she sent us these absolutely adorable
So-
bookmarks.
I love
Look at this.
this. She does us this huge favor and knits us a shawl and then sends us presents.
Thank you so much.
So we get bookmarks?
Yeah, are they beautiful? Did we send her thank you package?
No.
We still have to send you your thank you package.
We get that to you when we get back.
Yeah, next week we will send it out.
And then she sent us stitch markers.
This is just a sampling of the stitch
And
markers she
these are
sent
in
us.
her shop, Nexus Knits. I believe in the name of her shop.
Nexus Knitter. Wait, I'm gonna check and see, because that may be her name. She sent us this really nice note. NexusKnits.com. So that's NEXUSKNITS.com.
So she makes these fun stitch markers. And I love the Halloween ones. So you got a candy corn, pumpkin, a turtle, which is always near and dear to our hearts because our brother went to the University of Maryland, so we're always fear the terp.
Nope, that totally blows it out.
Yeah,
Never mind.
okay. And then she sent us lovely little word ones. And this is a piece one. So go check out her shop, Nexus Knits. And you can get fun little stitch markers.
Okay. All right.
Take that off me because I'm very warm.
Okay.
Get the wool away from me.
Get that away from me. All right. That is that.
It
Okay.
is still just a little bit warm here. We have yet another nor'easter blowing in. Another reason why we have to run get the car because we have to get back on the island.
However, it is not going to stop us from getting off the island because
did-
it's going to blow out by.
I was gonna say the difference is A, the full moon is done. Because if you followed us last week, we had to miss our trunk show because we were stranded on the island because of flooding. And the wind is different. Instead of, because last week when we got stuck, the wind blew the surge into the bays and didn't let it out.
That was the big
There was no
problem.
place for everything to go. So our flooding issue is flash flooding from all the rain that is coming this
Stop it.
afternoon. But then tomorrow we should be fine because
Huh.
according to our sources, the northwest wind is going to blow the water out to the sea instead of into the bays. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm just looking for anything that is going to make me feel better about the fact that we have a nor'easter blowing in and we have to leave the island.
It's going to be fine. It really is. It's going to be
Yeah.
fine. It will have all cleared by tomorrow when we leave. And,
Plus, we're going to be in a much bigger car.
right, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's all good. It's all good.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Helen has an FO.
I have enough of it.
Helen has an epic FO.
I would be wearing it. I finished my novelli.
La-di-da! La-di-da!
This
Look
is
at
my
that. Look
novelli.
at the color work. Oh my god.
And
It's so beautiful.
unbeknownst to everybody in the room, this next part is not unbeknownst to them. Next 2 weeks, 2 weeks is everybody's birthday except mine. Mary Beth and the 2 dogs share a birthday. And I knit this just for Mary Beth.
She did all this time. She's
All
been
this
working
time,
on it.
and I wouldn't let her know because they're her colors,
They are definitely my colors.
and it doesn't fit me.
Okay, so Helen is
I
very...
mean, it fits me, but I'm very long-waisted.
I don't think you're very long-waisted. I think you're normal.
Okay.
I am very short-waisted. I have very, very little space between, like, the bottom of my chest and my waist. So that, for me, this sweater fits perfectly.
And Mary Beth kept telling me yesterday because I was trying it on, and she's like, I was trying it on with the skirt to see if it would just work, and she's like, well, no, move the skirt up. Where's your belly button? I'm like, no, my belly button's down there. Like, no, my waist is that far down.
Yeah, no, see, my waist is, like, that far away.
It's like, move your skirt up. I'm like, it's gonna fall down. My waist is down here. So, anyway.
Then I tried it on, and it fits perfectly.
Right, and it looks really cute on her. So it is not all in vain. I enjoyed knitting this section of this sweater. Everything else I hated. And part of it is the pattern. It was bottom up, and the way the pattern is written, you split for your sleeves almost immediately. So you're knitting from the bottom up 2 separate pieces. So you're not knitting in the round. Some of the instructions on the pattern were a little vague. So it was just, you know.
It's like the Great British Bake Off.
Right, yeah, bake. Okay, great. And I'm very impatient with myself when I do things. I want to do it quickly and well the first time.
Right.
And I get very frustrated when that doesn't happen. So one of the very vague parts was the sleeve. You're supposed to knit this extra part of the sleeve and then fold it in so that it's just a little bit of a hint of the second color showing through. But it's just, there were no real instructions on how to sew it together. I had to go look it up, and then I did it. And it didn't line up properly, so I had to take it out. And I threw it.
She was getting very frustrated.
And I wasn't going to go back to it, but then I'm like, no, you only have one more sleeve left.
And I said to her, you know, it doesn't have to be sewn under. It looks kind of cute rolled,
Right.
you know? So I think that's the way we're going to leave it. We're just going to have it rolled.
Yeah.
And that it
'cause
looks really nice that way.
I was going to then pin it and then just use the sewing machine to sew it. But then I tried it on, and it hits me all wrong. Just all wrong. Yeah, it's just.
I'm trying to get her claw out of the sweater, which evidently is not the right thing to do.
And then for some reason, this sleeve opening
It's very different.
is very different from this sleeve opening. It's bigger. I don't know how or why. So, I don't know. It was probably me picking up the stitch. I'm sure this was my fault. Me picking up the stitches. I just didn't pick up enough stitches on the second sleeve, so that the second sleeve is narrower. It's not going to show. I mean, you'd never know looking at it when Mary Beth puts it on, unless you really look at it.
If I see anybody coming up at Rhinebeck and staring at my arms, I'm going to be like, oh, you watched the podcast.
So it's yeah, I didn't like it.
Well, the colors are gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're absolutely stunning. So do you want to hold
I
it up?
mean, the knitting is beautiful.
Yes.
Because I'm a very good knitter.
This is Crookshanks. The orange is Crookshanks. The green is Acorn, and the yellow is ROUS, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's perfect for fall, and I have a skirt that is going to look absolutely stunning with, and I'm really excited about it.
And it's just as well that it didn't fit me properly because I was really very angry with it for a lot of it. So
Yeah.
that
Negative.
they have it.
She has very negative feelings towards the sweater. But I will be wearing this probably on Sunday because I think it's supposed to be nice on Sunday.
I'm not sure. Sorry.
Things are just
Whether
falling
I
down.
will,
All right, moving on to whips because we both have some whips that we're working on. I am going to start with my socks. I am doing the Jemima socks. No, I'm doing the Thomasina socks. Thomasina socks. I would have gotten it. It's there we go. These are socks by Kay from Bakery Bears. That is what the sock looks like. I am doing mine in Rainbow Sherbet by Marinated Yarns. I have done my heels. I did 2 at a time garter heels. I am now on the foot, and I am just juning along the foot. So I made the decision to go to straight stockinette afterwards. It has a pattern for the top part, and then I figured the foot is actually going to be inside a shoe because I wear shoes most of the time. And besides, you can...
Unlike the rest of the world, Rabbit wears shoes.
Yes. Unlike Helen, I wear shoes most of the time. But you can't even tell. I mean, from here, you can't even tell that I've gone out of pattern. So,
You really can't.
yeah. I mean, it's...
And you really gotta look at it. 'Cause I mean, that's the yarn, too.
Yeah. I love this yarn. I really do love this yarn. We use mostly our yarn, but
I love the
Marinated
micro
Yarns
striping of that.
is one that I will go to because I just love her stuff so much. And they make amazing socks. And I think we have a couple more skeins of her yarn. And she's going to be right behind us at the RBK Yarn Bazaar. So, so a couple skeins may fall into my lap. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I have. I love them. So I am about halfway down my foot, and then I just have to finish it up, do the toe, and I will have a new pair of socks. So hopefully by the next time we podcast, I'll have a new pair of socks to show. That is me.
I'm also doing the Thomasina socks. It looks like I have made no progress since I last showed them. This is out of Herbology class. It's a retired colorway of ours. And yeah, that's really, I'm using a size 1 Chowgu because I like the fit better. I have a pair that I just switched from using 2s to 1s. And I have one pair of socks, my Peter socks that I did out of the Biscotti yarns. I used a size 1, and I wore them for the first time the other day, and they're just snug on my foot.
Yeah, you were saying how much you like the way they fit.
My the ones that I do on 2s, they're just bigger. It's almost like house slippers by the end of the day, because they expand a little bit. So
It's because you've got such skinny feet. I have fat feet, so I use a size 2.
But I now know that if I have any cabling in my socks, I should go up to a 2 for the cabling.
True.
Because I had to pull, these socks are being reworked from another pattern. So.
But you're enjoying the pattern.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's the perfect sock pattern because it's not vanilla, not quite vanilla. However, there's a lot of knitting through the back loop, and I have found, it's funny, because I have switched to Norwegian style knitting from throwing, and straight knitting I'm very quick with the Norwegian style. But it takes a little bit longer with the through the back loop.
Right.
So I'm switching back and forth.
Are you really?
When I'm through the back loop, I'm throwing, and when I'm straight stitching, I'm
Really?
Norwegian. Yeah.
Huh.
Because and it goes faster for me throwing on through the back loop.
Huh. I did not realize that you were going back and forth.
Yeah, no, I just switched a couple of rows ago.
Okay. And you're finding it much
Faster and much
Faster.
more enjoyable knit because
Okay.
it's kind of fiddly to do it the Norwegian through the back loop. There's
Right.
probably a different way of doing it than I am, but
Okay.
So. And my arm isn't bothering me because it's just a couple stitches here and there
Right.
with the throwing. So
Okay. All right. Next project that we're working on is our Out and About shawl by
Jennifer
Jennifer
Weissman.
Weissman. And we're both making this. Sorry, trying to find the front page. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. That's the Out and About shawl.
We have a thread on our Ravelry page because this is a knit along. So if you would like to join us, come join our thread because there is someone, Will, is making it, and he did the 2 triangles, the quilt stitch in black, and then he's using our Moonstone colorway to go out.
Wow.
It is gorgeous. You should go to our Ravelry page and look at it because it's just
my
stunning.
goodness.
So go ahead.
All right, well, here's mine. I'm doing mine in Hanging the Stars. And this is where I am. I'm done the quilt stitch. I am now in the column section of it. I've not gotten terribly far since last time, but I'm plugging along on it. I enjoyed knitting it. It's just we haven't had a whole lot of
Well, we
knitting
both ran
time.
out of yarn and then we were too lazy to cake up.
I did. I caked them up. I haven't added it yet, so I have to add it in.
We just caked it the other day.
But yeah, so now I will continue working on this, and it really is quite an enjoyable knit. Not too
I'm gonna put a progress keeper so we know where I was.
well. That's what I was going in for too. Not too difficult. It's an easy enough pattern to follow along. It's just the time right now for me. I just have to get through another 2 days and then I'm gonna have lots more free time. Okay, there we go. I now have a progress keeper in. So that is mine. That's how far I am. This is my little butterfly.
In actuality, the shawl goes this way when it's done. So this is mine. I am using Spectre. And I am pretty much exactly where Mary Beth is because we both ran out of yarn. So this was the first cake, which went pretty far for DK.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And it's such a nice squishy knit.
yeah,
It really
I love
is.
knitting with this yarn. And it's a fun pattern.
It is, and also what I really like about it is it's not a ton of stitches, so you can get quite a few rows done.
Oh, you really
And
feel
you
like
feel
you're
like
making
you're
progress.
Yeah, you feel like you're making progress. I
And
just need to
it's-
stay awake.
It's good TV knitting because
Yes.
it's got a pattern, but it's a memorizable pattern, and it's just...
I try and do a little bit of stitching, and then when my eyes get tired, I go over to knitting, and this is perfect to
Yeah.
pick up. I was working on my socks a little bit because I had this, far out thought that I might actually finish them, but that didn't happen. So now I'll start putting this back
And
in.
all the yarn in the world needed to be labeled.
Right. All right. And do you have a third?
I just, because I finished my Novelli, that is my morning knitting. So I pulled out my Brunswick this morning, and I got maybe 1 row done, but I figured I'd just show it again because it's gorgeous.
It is. You would think that filming on a table would make things easier, but
It
we seem
appears
to be
to not.
knocking things off left and right today.
Okay, so this is my Brunswick. The body is in standing stones. Oh,
I love that.
yeah.
That is so pretty.
Actually, that's the back, so here's the front.
That's really beautiful.
And then I am doing the bottom in Hagrid's umbrella.
Oh, that's so pretty.
So I just have maybe another 1/2 inch of the pink and then the ribbing. And then I pick up from my collar and my sleeves and I am done yet another sweater. And this one, I mean, it's already several inches longer than the Novelli, so I should be okay as far as fit.
We will try it on before you're done the ribbing.
Yeah.
So that you can see and decide whether you want to add
Yeah, I
extra
think-
ribbing in.
I think what I will do is, yeah, because the ribbing is only like 1.5 inches. So I may end up doing extra ribbing.
I have not done anything on my Brunswick. It's sitting in the bag, and I should pick it up because all I have to do is the neck and the sleeves,
Right.
and I'm done. And it's just, it's the picking up part of it that.
Well, it's something that you have to think about. But I mean, the good news is
the sleeves are on waist yarn.
the sleeves are on the waist yarn. We don't have to pick up for the sleeves. We've
Right.
already got their live stitches, so we just have to pick them up, and then picking up for the collar.
It's not that difficult.
No, it's just it takes thought process,
Yeah.
and you can't necessarily do it while you're sitting in front of the TV. Or
No, I just need
or
to take some.
It's more when I'm tired.
Right. I need to take some dedicated time where it's like the middle of the day. I don't have anything else to do, and I can just
Right.
sit down and do it.
Because I
I'm
have
gonna get so much done after these shows.
I have several sweaters, like bulky knit sweaters that will knit up very quickly that I want to start. Like I want to make a Carbeth, and there's another one, Ursa Minor, I think it's called. But I won't let myself do it until I'm done these sweaters because they will just languish. So I've finished one.
I have to.
And you would think that the rule would be I'd get to cast on another, but I can't. I have to finish this.
I have my Carbeth that I was wearing at the Adirondacks Yarn Festival, and I had quite a few people stop me and say, what sweater is it, that sort of thing. And it's such a comfortable sweater, and it knit up so fast because you hold DK double.
Right.
I just want to knit them in all different colors.
And it's just comfortable.
Oh, it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
You will see it at Rhinebeck because that's my sweater for Rhinebeck. Since I didn't finish anything else, I'm wearing that. I may be wearing socks on my hands because I finished socks.
Okay.
All right, those are my whips. That's done. All right, so we each have a basket full of started projects. And so what we have decided to do is each of us is going to pick a bag from the other person's basket. And then they have to open it up and decide if they are frogging it or if they're keeping it. And if they are keeping it, they need to work it into the rotation.
Okay.
And we're not going to do it every week. We're just going to do it every once in a while, but we're going to try and work down some of these whips.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot. So do you want to go first and pick?
Sure.
Okay.
Close my eye. You don't want that one?
Well, I know what this one is.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'll get another one.
All right, this is my Bits and Bobs blanket.
Oh, well, you're going to work on that.
I'm going to work on that anyway.
That doesn't count.
All right.
Close my eyes and pick again. Do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's minis.
Oh, look, it's a bag full of minis.
Oh, do you know what this is? This is our mini skeins from last year's advent calendar from the
Cardinal
Fiber from Devon. And I do want to do something with
Did you do
this.
anything with them?
I haven't done anything with them. So I have to do something with them, and I want to do something.
Look this time and pick
And-
something with needles sticking out.
Because there's a full skein of yarn in here too. I mean, there's a full skein, and then there's all these beautiful minis. So I need to find a project to go with it. So that is that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what that is.
Are you gonna frog it? Or are you gonna work?
Pretty
on
sure I'm gonna frog it.
Okay.
Pretty sure this is my
Oh, it's your roulotte.
my roulotte shawl. I have these gorgeous skeins of yarn.
That's part of it. Is there's just gorgeous yarn just sitting, not being used. It's a silk Orc Island.
Look at these. They're so beautiful. This is part of the problem. Okay, so I started it. And my colors are too similar and you can't see the mosaic work at all.
This was a shawl that was designed by Chanel
That's the
Wu
back.
just for our yarn.
See, you can't even see the mosaic
And
because
here
the colors are too similar.
is the sample shawl that she knit. So you can
See this part here, the purple and the yellow there?
it's just not even showing up.
That's what that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I chose yarns that are too similar.
So it's a learning curve in picking colors.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not a learning curve. It's a learning experience in picking colors. That sometimes you want colors that are close that'll fade.
Camera ran out.
So sometimes, but for this one you want a definite contrast.
Right.
So,
So now I have to find something to do with these colors, because these colors together are so beautiful. I'm gonna have to find a project.
just do a fade.
I could.
I mean, we never did a fade.
No, I know. I need more colors. I don't know.
Where we ever find.
Well, it's finding the ones that go with
Yeah.
them, you know?
But you should frog it and put them back into usable yarn.
Right. And it's gonna free up a pair of needles that are probably a size 8, size 7 or 8. So, yes,
Okay, so Mary Beth is frogging.
I am frogging. They are a size 8. Look at that. I'm constantly looking for 8s.
Okay.
All right, that is, I will put that over there to frog. That will be what I do one day. All right, here we go. I'm going deep. Sticking with the foxes. There you go. What's in it?
Oh, I know what's in here.
What is it?
It's my, I forget what it was called, but it's my,
Is that the mini scarf?
yeah, the Mini Mania scarf.
Okay.
So I'm frogging it.
Are you going to frog it?
I'm going to frog it because A, I have no idea which row I'm on.
Okay.
And B, I don't like the colors
Okay.
together. I want this scarf, but I want it to be a little less random.
Okay.
In particular, I hate that dark stripe there. And I don't like the blue.
Okay.
So,
What are you going to do? Are you going to just wind this into a magic ball?
probably
fairy cake type of
not
thing?
because it's only like 2, maybe. I don't remember how I did it, whether I don't have ends, so I must have magic knotted them. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Maybe I'll make monster socks out of this.
Okay. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That might be really cool.
It's a linen stitch scarf, and I adore the look of it because it
I
looks
remember
like it's
starting it and thinking, I
it was-
hate this stitch.
woven. And I mean, linen stitch is really just, it's slip stitches. But you have to know where you are, which row you're on, and
Right.
it's been so long, I can't even remember the last time I picked this up.
So do you just have a ton of minis in there?
I do. Is that this beautiful mini? Oh, look.
Oh, quick, take that off because that'll be good for like
This will hold
coloring
floss.
cotton floss.
So I have this
Excellent.
to hold my floss.
Gonna make good use of that.
Nice bright yellow. I know that when I was doing it, I was just grabbing minis randomly. I have an extremely good pair of scissors. I have a couple checks. They've been deposited, it's okay.
We're not that irresponsible.
I do online deposit and then I just throw the checks.
So what about doing like a pieces of my heart shawl?
I could.
You have to pick through the minis and decide which minis you
I was
want.
gonna say, I don't like these minis, so.
But what I'm thinking is I may take Devon's and make that into a pieces of my heart shawl.
Oh, okay, well, that'll be good.
Because that'll be pretty. Those will look really pretty
I'm
together.
liking the idea of making this
I think
cake
making
into-
those in monster
as a
stocks
monster
are cool.
socks is a cool
Yeah.
idea, so. I think that's what I will do.
Okay. All right. 2 frogs.
Two
So
frogs.
maybe we will pick again next
And two-
podcast and
Yeah.
see, if we find one that we're actually going to put into rotation.
And 2 fox bags back into rotation.
Yeah. Well, no, mine isn't because mine has a project.
Oh, okay, well, mine will actually become this project, true. True. So maybe we should start the project.
Okay. I think that's what we need to do. Okay?
Okay.
So hopefully by next week, when we podcast again,
Not next week.
2 weeks.
We will podcast again next week, but this will not happen by next week.
Okay. So we will have started the new project. I am going to do the pieces of my heart.
And I'm going to do monster sucks.
Okay. There you go.
Maybe we'll have them frog by next week. But
Oh, that I will have hopefully frog. That I have to do something
we're
else with.
going to film Tuesday.
I don't know.
We're
Depends.
driving all day Wednesday.
Right. Okay. All right. So next week is going to be
Next week's just going to be our Rhinebeck recap anyway.
We're gonna try and take lots of video at Rhinebeck pictures video. We'll show you the house we're staying in, and then that will be the main part of our video next week. We will do some knitting updates and some stitching updates, and then
But it depends on
what kind of time
whether
we
we
have.
get anything done. So
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
we'll see. Yeah.
All right.
Next week is mainly going to be the Rhinebeck recap. So
Okay. All right. I have to now pick up the project bags that I knocked on the floor when I was trying to get that project bag out.
mine is an overflowing.
I think we're done, right? I think we're good. That was all we had to do.
Yep.
I'm looking around to see if there's anything that I left out, and I don't think so. I think I've hit everything I was supposed to talk about. So hopefully we will see some of you this weekend at Rhinebeck. If you're not going, then our stuff will be online the second week in November. And if there's anything you want, please, as always, reach out to us and let us know, hey, I love such and such. Could you please put one aside for me? And if we can, we will let you know. And if we can't, we'll let you know that too. But it doesn't hurt
Also,
to
we
ask.
if we don't see you at Rhinebeck, hopefully we're going to see you at SAF. And we are Barn F at SAF.
Yes.
So
Come find us. I think are we 420?
no, I think we're 30.
Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, so have a wonderful week, everybody.
Yes.
If you are going to Rhinebeck, have a wonderful weekend and make something beautiful. All right. We will see you next week.
Go forth and knit, everybody.
Bye.